What happens when you keep forgiving without healing? Have you ever told yourself, it's okay, I have forgiven them? But then something reminds you of what happened and suddenly you are angry again. Or maybe you see their name pop up on your phone and your stomach drops. Maybe you replay conversations in your head. Maybe you still cry about it when nobody is around. Yet you keep telling yourself, I have already forgiven them. If that sounds familiar, then today's conversation is for you. Because there is something many of us were never taught, that forgiveness and healing are not the same thing. But you can forgive someone and still be wounded. You can forgive someone and still be crying or carrying pain. And when you keep forgiving without healing, it can quietly damage your self-worth, your relationships, and even your peace of mind. Let's talk about it. 1. You start pretending you are fine when you are not. One of the first things that happen is that you begin acting stronger than you actually feel. Someone hurts you, you forgive them. Then instead of processing what happened, you push your feelings aside. You tell yourself, I shouldn't be upset anymore. I need to move on. I need to be the bigger person. But deep down, the pain is still there. So you smile when you are hurting. You say you are okay when you are not. You convince everyone, including yourself, that you've moved on. The problem is that buried pain doesn't disappear. It waits. And eventually, it shows up in unexpected ways. Sometimes as anxiety, sometimes as anger, sometimes as exhaustion, sometimes as tears that seems to come from nowhere. What you refuse to heal doesn't simply vanish. It follows you. Number 2, you keep giving people access to wounds they created. This is a difficult truth. When you forgive without healing, you often let the same people keep hurting you. Why? Because you haven't fully processed what happened. You haven't established healthy boundaries. You haven't asked yourself what needs to be changed. So the cycle repeats itself. They hurt you, you forgive. They hurt you again, you forgive again. And before you know it, forgiveness becomes a revolving door. Not because you are kind, but because you've confused forgiveness with tolerating bad behavior. Real forgiveness doesn't require you to keep accepting disrespect. You can forgive someone and still say, I love you, but I need distance. I forgive you, but this behavior cannot continue. I wish you well, but I can't keep allowing this. That's not bitterness. That's wisdom. Number 3, you slowly lose trust in yourself. This is something many people don't realize. Every time someone hurts you and you ignore your own pain, a part of you feels abandoned. Not by them, by yourself. You start questioning your instinct. You stop listening to your feelings. You stop honoring your boundaries. And eventually, you lose confidence in your own judgment. You begin wondering, why do I keep ending up in the same situations? Why do people keep treating me this way? Sometimes it's because you've become so focused on understanding other people's behavior that you've stopped protecting your own heart. Healing helps you rebuild trust in yourself. It teaches you that your feelings matter too. Number 4, the pain starts affecting new relationships. Have you ever noticed how unhealed wounds have a way of following us? Maybe someone lied to you years ago. You forgave them, but you never healed. Now, someone new enters your life, a good person, an honest person, yet you find yourself struggling to trust them. Not because of what they did, but because of what someone else did. The heart from the past begins influencing the present, and that's one of the saddest things about unhealed pain. The people who wounded you may no longer be around, yet the impact remains. Healing isn't just for you or for your past, it's for your future too. Number 5, you become emotionally tired. One thing I've noticed is that people who constantly forgive without healing often become emotionally exhausted. They are carrying years of disappointments, years of betrayal, years of hurt feelings, years of unspoken pain. And because they never stopped to heal, all those wounds begin piling up. Eventually, they feel drained. Not because life is hard, but because they've been carrying emotional baggage that was never unpacked. Healing allows you to put down what you've been carrying. It allows you to breathe again. So, what does healing actually look like? Healing doesn't mean pretending the hurt never happened. Healing means being honest about what happened. It means acknowledging your pain instead of hiding it. It means crying if you need to cry, talking if you need to talk, praying if you need to pray, seeking support if you need support. It means giving yourself permission to recover. Healing also means learning lessons, asking yourself, what did this experience teach me? What boundaries do I need? What signs should I pay attention to next time? Pain that teaches you something becomes wisdom. Pain that is ignored often becomes baggage. Final thoughts. If you are listening today and you've been telling yourself, I have forgiven them, so I shouldn't be over it by now, I want you to hear this. It's okay to forgive. Forgiveness can be beautiful. Forgiveness can be freeing, but don't rush yourself past the healing process. Your heart deserves more than forgiveness. It deserves recovery. It deserves understanding. It deserves care. And most importantly, it deserves time. Because healing is not weakness. Healing is not holding a grudge. Healing is simply giving yourself the same compassion you've been giving everyone else. So forgive if you choose to forgive, but don't forget to heal. Because a healed heart doesn't just survive pain, it runs from it, grows from it, and eventually find peace beyond it. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe.